In most people, high blood pressure causes no symptoms, despite the coincidental occurrence of certain symptoms that are widely but erroneously associated with high blood pressure: headaches, nosebleeds, dizziness, a flushed face, and fatigue. People with high blood pressure may have these symptoms, but the symptoms occur just as frequently in people with normal blood pressure. Severe or long-standing high blood pressure that is untreated, especially malignant hypertension, can produce symptoms because it can damage the brain, eyes, heart, and kidneys. Symptoms include headache, fatigue, nausea, vomiting, shortness of breath, restlessness, and blurred vision. Occasionally, severe high blood pressure causes the brain to swell, resulting in nausea, vomiting, worsening headache, drowsiness, confusion, seizures, sleepiness, and even coma. This condition is called hypertensive encephalopathy and requires emergency treatment. If high blood pressure is due to a pheochromocytoma, an adrenal gland tumor, symptoms may include severe headache, anxiety, and awareness of a rapid or irregular heart rate, that is, palpitations, excessive perspiration, tremor, and paleness. These symptoms result from high levels of the hormone epinephrine and norepinephrine, which are secreted by the pheochromocytoma. When pressure in the arteries is increased above 140/90 millimeters, the heart enlarges and the heart's walls thicken because the heart has to work harder to pump blood. The thickened walls are stiffer than they normally are. Consequently, the heart's chambers do not expand normally and are harder to fill with blood, further increasing the heart's workload. These changes in the heart may result in abnormal rhythms and heart failure. Blood pressure is measured after a person sits or lies down for 5 minutes. It should be measured again after the person stands for a few minutes, especially if the person is older or has diabetes. A reading of 140/90 millimeters or more is considered high, but a diagnosis cannot be based on a single high reading. Sometimes even several high readings are not significant with respect to disease, because, for example, the readiness may vary too much. If a person has an initial high reading, blood pressure is measured again during the same visit and then measured twice on at least 2 other days to make sure the high blood pressure persists. If there is still doubt, a 24-hour blood pressure monitor may be used. It is a portable battery-operated device worn on the hip, connected to a blood pressure cuff worn on the arm. This monitor repeatedly records blood pressure throughout the day and night over a 24-hour or 48-hour period. The readings determine not only whether high blood pressure is present, but also how severe it is. In people with very stiff arteries, most commonly in older people, blood pressure may be measured as high when it is not. This phenomenon is called pseudo-hypertension. It occurs when the artery in the arm is too stiff to be compressed by the blood pressure cuff, and as a result, blood pressure cannot be measured accurately. After high blood pressure has been diagnosed, its effects on key organs, especially the blood vessels, heart, brain, and kidneys, are usually evaluated. Doctors also look for the cause of high blood pressure. The number and type of tests that are performed to look for organ damage and to determine the cause of high blood pressure vary from person to person. In high blood pressure, it involves a medical history, a physical examination, electrocardiography, blood tests, including a complete blood cell count, and urine tests. The physical examination includes checking the area of the abdomen over the kidneys for tenderness and placing a stethoscope over the abdomen to listen for an hour. The sound caused by blood rushing through a narrowed artery in the artery supplying each kidney. The retina, the light-sensitive membrane on the inner surface of the back of the eye, is examined with an ophthalmoscope. The retina is the only place doctors can directly view the effects of high blood pressure on arterioles. The assumption is that the changes in the arterioles of the retina are similar to changes in arterioles and other blood vessels elsewhere in the body, such as in the kidneys. By determining the degree of damage to the retinopathy, the doctors can classify the severity of high blood pressure. A stethoscope is used to detect heart sounds. An abnormal heart sound, called the fourth heart sound, is one of the earliest changes. Look.
Okay, I guess.
Dan said he's still doing great there. He's making everything except money.
Hi.